So I don't know if you've ever heard the term scalping before, but it's basically this idea where you go and buy a collectible product. It's been typically used with Pokemon cards lately, but it can be with just any generic collectible. And you don't buy it with the intent of showing it off, displaying it, whatever else you want to do with it, but you buy it with the sole intention of selling it for more than what you paid for to make a profit. And it's dumb, it's stupid, and it ruins for people who actually enjoy the hobby. Like it can just be for any collectible. Right? Recently, it was with the Demon Slayer movie that came out. Like for whatever reason, movie theaters started selling the collectible popcorn bucket and drink cups a few days before the movie came out. And by the time people actually went to go see the movie, they had none left. But you can go on eBay and buy them for like 3 times the price. So I saw this clip in my recommended on YouTube of this like really tough guy scalper, and he is just the most annoying scalper I've ever seen because he thinks he's so tough and he thinks he's so bad, and you just gotta check. And this guy is just, not only is he a scalper, so he's a loser, but he's also just kind of an asshole and it's kind of just not a good guy. So let's go and take a look at him. I couldn't find the original clip, so we're gonna have to look at this guy's clip. I'll credit the original video down in the description if you do want to watch it.
Well, you don't have to, man.
No, it's no worries. I just want to record you.
No, don't record me, dude.
It's a lot of sleep
What
boosters.
dude?
It's unfortunate.
Why are you being a bitch, bro?
You're being a bitch.
Why are you being a bitch?
I'm just letting you know. I mean, I'm
You're being
pretty
a
on
fucking
blast.
dude recording me for no reason. Why are you being
That's some pretty crazy language in a toy section.
You're being a bitch, bro. Recording me for no reason.
So you can see that he immediately just jumps into cussing up a storm. But not only was he cussing, he also decided to don the slur-slinging slasher persona and start throwing out homophobic slurs. Now, obviously, I censored it for obvious reasons, but I don't understand why he thought that was going to help his case. Like, yes, if I act homophobic and throw offensive words at him, he'll clearly leave me alone. Like, I don't know why he thought that was actually going to do anything for him, other than make him look even more like an asshole. But whatever floats his boat, I guess. Another thing I've noticed that just with scalpers in general, not this guy in particular, but just like every scalper, is you call them out on being a scalper, they immediately get like, like they get defensive and act like you just accuse them of a crime, which honestly scalping should be a crime. I was at work one time, so I work at a grocery store that sells Pokemon cards, and I saw someone scalping. Well, I didn't know they were scalping because I walked up and asked him, like, oh man, you into Pokemon? And he goes, no, but they're going to fetch a crazy profit. Thought I was going to be like, my guy. And me was like, oh, you scalp? That's lame. And he was like, oh, well, I don't think it's any of your business. I'm like, you're right, it's not my business, but okay. And like, I left it at that because I'm not allowed to tell him, no, you can't buy the product, so it's not allowed, because he's paying for it, so it's his choice. But I can silently judge him, which is what I did. So I don't understand why scalpers get like so like defensive. Like, do you think what you're doing is also wrong? Like, I don't know why it just immediately they jump into full-on defense. But it honestly gets worse. Like, look at this.
I'm just recording you, man. I think there's a reason. You know what you're doing.
But at least I'm not a bitch like you.
I'm a bitch because
I just called you a bitch, bro, and you're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, because
that's the definition of bitch.
I'm not gonna fight you over some Pokemon
But you
cards,
get
dude.
your ass whooped, bro. You know it.
Okay, maybe I would. Who cares?
Yeah.
You're the degenerate that's taking all the Pokemon cards. Have fun at your store.
Lying about it.
See how your store goes in a couple months when the bubble pops. Bye. Bye, buddy.
I always love to see grown-ass men, I'm going to assume this guy's in his 30s, maybe early 40s or something, trying to instigate a playground fistfight by calling the guy a bitch over Pokemon cards, I'm going to also point out. And then when the guy doesn't do anything, he's like, oh, that's the definition of being a bitch. I called you a bitch and you're not doing anything about it. So I don't know if you guys know this. The real definition of being a bitch is when you can't win an argument with your words, so you have to escalate it to physical violence. That is always just the checkmate definition of you lost and you won't admit it. Like, challenging someone to a fight rather than trying to beat them with your words in an argument is just you admitting defeat. You're just not willing to say, I'm wrong, you're right. So you have to just look like a fucking caveman. Me, big man, me lift heavy things, me punch really hard. And, okay, you're an idiot though, so I'll take being intelligent over being strong any day of the week personally. But oh my god, I hate it when people like out in the real world will think they're big and bad because they resort to middle school tactics of, like, you might as well have, I'm surprised he didn't start resorting to yo mama jokes immediately, or I f***ed your mom jokes. I'm surprised that didn't also come out of his mouth. But you can see the way he walked away, and he like calling him bitch, like bye bitch. Like you can definitely tell in his mind, he's like, yeah, I won that interaction, I won that conflict. When no, you really didn't, dude. All you did was let your anger get the best of you and look like a f***ing asshole, rather than like, oh, this guy is kind of like beating me in an argument. Maybe the best thing to do is just not argue with him and ignore him. Like, if you can't beat someone in an argument, if you're gonna scalp, like, don't scalp obviously, but if you're scalping, someone's calling you out on it, don't say anything, don't even look at them, because when you argue, you give people who make fun of you material to work with. Sorry. And it's just so annoying watching these grown men resort to being a middle schooler the second that they're challenged on being like, if you're scalping and someone's like, dude, you're that's lame, like you're ruining it for people, and then you just resort to middle school tactics, you just look even dumber. You're just making it too easy to make fun of you at this point. But he keeps following him, and it's just crazy what he's doing. Like, look at this. It's actually embarrassing. I got secondhand embarrassment watching this.
Hey, we're checking out together. I'm a pussy ass bitch, and I'm a dude.
Follow me on my phone like a girl.
It's what girls do? Damn. You seem like a good person. You seem like a stand-up citizen. You go ahead.
Like, you know you're on camera. You're gonna toss the slurs
Hey, what's
around?
your store name? You got a store name? Alright.
He doesn't want to tell you that, but we'll look into it.
So in that clip, there's so many things to unpack. So towards the end, you can hear him say like, "Oh, what's your card shop name?" And he doesn't tell him. So what this guy does is he has his own card shop, which a couple of things. I don't think you can just buy product from other stores just to resell it at your own store. I don't think that's allowed. And two, I guarantee this guy does not have an actual card shop. I guarantee it. He probably saw like everyone making a lot of money off Pokemon and thought he could make a quick buck. So he just set something up out of his garage. You know, that's probably what he did. And with how he's acting, I guarantee he's not like getting an employee to do it. He's not getting an employee to sit there and sell the shit for him. He's probably doing it himself because he doesn't want to waste the money on an employee. So it doesn't even matter if he doesn't say his card shop names. People are going to see this video because I guarantee the video on, I think this guy's watching on Twitter, went viral. People are going to see hit the guy's face and be like, oh, I know you. You cussed someone out over Pokemon in a Walmart, so I'm not going to buy from you. And he just basically wastes his money on a bunch of bulk product that he can't move anymore. Two, he's still just cussing up a storm as he's walking up to checkout. And I don't know if you know this, in most stores, if you're going to act like that, you're just going to be like cussing up a storm walking through Walmart. The stores usually kick you out. Like, I've seen many people get kicked out of grocery stores because, like, they've been aggressive with the employees, like walking up, cussing them out. I saw someone one time walk up to the service desk in a Walmart and just start, like, losing their shit, and the employee working the service desk, when I don't know what their issue was, and I guarantee the employee didn't know either. So I don't know why he just decided to... So I don't know why this person decided they want to just lose it on the employee. And the manager of me was like, nope, you need to get out. So I guarantee something like this could have happened to this guy as well. And he's not getting anything now. And he just wasted his time and looked dumb. And you can also see in the background, there's a kid. Like, he's right here. There's a kid in the background of this video. So I don't know why you think it's okay to cuss like this around children in public. Like, usually if I see a kid in public, I'm like, I'm going to watch my language around a child. So I don't understand why people think it's okay to act like this in public. This isn't even like a scalping issue anymore. The guy's just like, at this point, the guy's rage baiting him, and he's getting a successful reaction. Cause just being like, you're a real upstanding citizen. And at this point, I think the guy realizes, he's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop now because I clearly look like an idiot. Let me just finish my scalping. Because he immediately just doesn't interact with him for the rest of the clip. And there's more to the video. I didn't want to like take this guy's entire video. So if you do want to watch the full video, I do have it linked down below for you to go see. But don't scalp. It's just such a dumb thing. It ruins hobbies for people, and I just hate people who scalp. Because, like, people who go around and actually try to collect the things, like the Demon Slayer example I gave at the beginning of the video, there's also the Pokemon, obviously, but I just think it's so dumb when people just do things, like they buy collectibles, just to sell it higher, so people either have to pay you to get it, or just not have it, which ruins collecting for people. That's why it sucks being a collector now, because everything has to be expensive. Like, it's going to be expensive regardless, obviously, because it's collecting. But now that I have to pay an extra fee because you need to make a quick buck off of my hobby is crazy. Like, look, if you're going to collect, absolutely, go collect. I think collecting is very fun. I enjoy doing it. But if you're collecting just to scalp the collectibles, then I think you're an asshole, and I don't think you should be doing it. I think you should be, why don't you go try and do something to make the money rather than ruining hobbies for people to make your money? So I just want to come in and talk about this. I thought this guy was really funny. I thought it was just a lot of fun to make fun of a grown adult. Like, this dude probably has a mortgage on a house, and this is how he's acting, like a middle schooler. But that's all I really had. So you guys have a good night.